The first question that I have is I see in the news a lot the Biden crime family. Can you help my viewers understand why is that a legitimate title for Biden and his family, or is that just one of these clickbait titles to get people interested to read the news?
Yeah, they are crime family, and the extent to which we're doing a little bit of pro wrestling, WWE stuff with the headlines to get people's attention. I openly admit we do that at Breitbart sometimes. But if you read the text and if you look at the book Breaking Biden, which is 1,600 endnotes, there's no horsing around. It's all dead serious stuff. I mean, it's fun. I think you'll and hopefully you agree, Stephen. It's a good read, and I think you'll enjoy yourself. But I do try to bring all the receipts that I can, and that's the mandate that my staff has. And I'll give you a couple examples of known crimes that the Biden family has pulled off. The first one is the Burisma one, which is one that you don't need me to shed much new light on. Perhaps I can distill it down to something a little more simple than some in conservative media have made it seem. Some people have made it seem more complicated than it is. But Hunter Biden took a job with a Ukrainian energy company for $1 million a year, and he knew nothing about Ukraine or energy, as far as we can know. So that's very odd. No one has ever asked Hunter what he's done for this company. That should be the first question he gets when he eventually gets subpoenaed by these various committees that are finally, it seems like, unearthing some of the remaining details. The U.S.'s policy was that there was a prosecutor that was looking into Burisma in Ukraine that was doing a perfectly fine job. The State Department confirmed this. They thought the prosecutor was doing a good job. So Joe Biden, who is vice president, got word, clearly via Hunter, that Burisma wanted the prosecutor dealt with, presumably fired, but if not, at least told to stand down. So Joe Biden threatened the threatened the country of Ukraine that he would withhold $1 billion if they didn't fire the prosecutor. So that is a material change of U.S. policy that goes directly against Barack Obama and Joe Biden's own State Department. And Hunter got a bag of cash in the process. And it appears as though this was a condition for a bag of cash. This is clearly bribery. It's clearly a crime, and you should get the handcuffs out. So this is one example from 7 or 8 years ago, and it's well known. And if we had a responsible Department of Justice, then they would have held the Bidens accountable for this, but we don't. So it's not the Department of Justice, part of the deep state, incredibly distracted, and clearly part of Team Biden now that Biden's in. So that's crime number one. Crime number two is Hunter Biden's gun charge, which we know is a clear crime. It's all documented in Breaking Biden. And Hunter intended to plead guilty, but then he realized he was going to get kind of labeled a felon, which he would have been. And I think he decided he's going to take his chances on the legal system. So he was within an inch of actually declaring, yes, I am a felon. And that one wouldn't have stuck to Joe Biden as much. It is, Stephen, which is kind of amusing, the one crime that has nothing to do with Joe, but it is a crime. It's very clear. So we know that there are crimes that are out there that are well known.